Yo, yo, yo. What's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy, LaRon Potent Pondering. I'm back with another video. Please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. So I hope y'all all doing well. Please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, support the channel. The Cash App is on the screen. $ Potent Pondering, never pandoram. You know what I'm saying? How are y'all all doing today? So you already know what I'm here to talk about. The Nicki Minaj update in regards to the whole situation involving her arrest today. So I'm pretty sure y'all already, are up to speed with what's going on. You know how the news travels on the internet and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Let me pull this chat up. I'm gonna wait a few moments for people to slide up in here. I was eating some fresh cut mango and watermelon. Oh, it's watermelon season again, so y'all know that I'm excited. That's my favorite time of the year, watermelon season. So listen, there has been an update. There has been an update in regards to Nicki. She is now free. So let's go over here and pull up this post really quick. So I hope y'all all doing well on this Saturday. I had a late start to my day today. I was up late last night. I was actually streaming on YouTube last night, waiting for one of my videos to get uploaded. And it didn't end up going through because I put some Jaguar Wright content in it and they flagged it immediately. YouTube flagged it. So yeah, I had to edit that video and like re-upload it. So listen, let me see. So let me. Yo, that was super weird. What the hell happened? Can y'all hear me? It just kicked me out of the studio. What the fuck is going on? Hold on a second. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, because I got you. Nicki Minaj has been reportedly released. There was an apology released from the Dutch police concerning the situation. Why they apologizing? If they was in the right, why are they apologizing? So this is crazy. So Nicki is already in England and went straight to the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester to perform her 38th sold-out show. Well, apparently, the show was canceled. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drop my mango. Mango too expensive to be dropping. But I ain't going to lie. On camera, I wouldn't have did it. But if I was off camera, I would have picked that mango up and ate it if it would have dropped. I ain't going to lie. So they announced that Nicki's show is canceled. So let's just hear this audio. They trying to stop Nicki. Nobody want to see us together, but it don't matter, no, because I got you. Yeah, I would have picked it up. They trying to stop Nicki. Like, what is going on?
On Saturday, 25th, the Co-op Live on Saturday, 25th May, has been postponed. Tickets will remain valid for the rescheduled performance, which will be announced ASAP. Despite Nicki's best efforts to explore every possible avenue to make tonight's show happen, the events of today have made it impossible. We are deeply disappointed in any inconvenience this may cause. More information is the Co-op Live on Saturday, 25th May, has been postponed. Tickets will remain valid for the rescheduled performance, which will be announced ASAP. Despite Nicki's best efforts to explore every possible avenue to make tonight's show happen, the events of today have made it impossible. We are deeply disappointed in any inconvenience this may cause. More information is the Co-op Live on Saturday, 25th May, has been postponed.
Oh,
Tickets will remain valid for the rescheduled performance.
oh, that was so good. I haven't had mango in months. That hit the spot. Oh my God. So listen, that made it official. Like, so the show was canceled. So let's just take a trip down memory lane when this all started off earlier today. Get this shit off my screen. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? All right. So earlier, so 7 hours ago, you know what's so crazy? You ever just hear about something and like, I'll just be so tired of something of things happening. It's like, yes, the sabotage is real and everything for Nicki Minaj. Also, if you don't know, get you a paring knife. Be careful with them though, because they extra sharp. Paring knives are really good for cutting mango up or whatever the case may be. But this started earlier when Nicki was where she was leaving the Netherlands to go to Manchester, right? I'm going to say my commentary for the end of what I want to say is, well, I don't really have to save it. I just want to say this. When you overseas and you dealing with people, listen, anytime that I've took a vacation overseas, I never played with them people, regardless. Like whether if it was weed or whatever, it's like Nikki is gonna be over there for 15 days, girl. Do your job and get home. It's like we don't need no hiccups, people trying to stop or whatever. If y'all want to smoke and enjoy y'all weed and Amsterdam, Netherlands, whatever, enjoy that weed there and just keep it moving. It's like we can't be affording to for just minor stuff. Like this is, to me, it's minor. It's like it could have been prevented. And it sounds like it was a security guard's fault. So he could have prevented that, you know. So Nikki said earlier, this was 7 hours ago. Oh, let me tell you, I woke up this morning and I looked on my screen, right? And I think the first thing I seen was an update from like Barb City. And Barb City was like, she posted a video saying Nicki Minaj was arrested. I was so tired. I looked at that screen. I rolled right back over and went right back to sleep because I didn't go to sleep till like almost 6 o'clock this morning, right? I looked at that screen. I don't know when it happened. I don't know what time it was, but I know I officially got out of bed at like 12 o'clock because I ended up at the gym at like 1:10, right? So, excuse me. But yeah, I was like, sometimes I just be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? It's always something like they always trying to take Nikki away. I feel like, and it did seem to me personally that it could have been calculated. Now, what I didn't like is that a lot of people who are seeing some like different content creators who do videos, they tried to make it seem like it was something other than weed. No, it was weed. If it was anything outside of that, like I respect and I like Tisa Tells, and I know that people have their issues with her because they feel like that she goes in on Nikki, but I didn't like how she tried to flip it and be like, oh, maybe it was something else. No, it wasn't nothing else. It was weed. It was her security guard. He had weed. It's like, why do y'all want to flip everything and make it seem like Nikki is on some sort of hard drugs or whatever the case may be? Now, the accountability statement in me believes that you're overseas. And yes, a lot of the same things that, the liberties of the United States don't apply overseas. But it's just like for me, when I'm on different gravel overseas, I move a different type of way. Like I don't play that because I don't want to be caught up in your system at all. So for me personally, right? And this is nothing against, because I had this whole thing that I was going to say to you, marijuana smokers, but I can't say that because I used to smoke. Listen, I need to do a story time on how much weed I used to smoke in a day. Like, to be honest with you. And I'm just so happy that I got over that, because I was one of those people. I'm just going to tell you this. I was one of those people where I would go everywhere and I had to take, like, so say me and you take a trip to DC. I have to carve out time within our trip. Like, say you ain't a weed smoker. I got to carve out time because, baby, I got to get my blunt in. I got to do this. I got to do that multiple times in a day. And I'm just happy that I'm released from those shackles. Like, I don't have to do that no more. So what, as it pertains to this situation, it's just like, you overseas, be careful, move carefully. I have this thing in my mind, no matter how old I get, no matter if my mom is alive or not, I have to make it back home in one piece, and I want to be safe, and I don't want to be encumbered by anybody telling me something, what to do or whatever. So Nikki has been traveling overseas for years, so I'm pretty sure she knows this. She knows this, and I hate that her security guard or whatever got her in the middle of all this. So the person said to Nikki, this fan said they wanted to search her shit from the jump. They waited last minute because they knew it would inconvenience her and it would be the move. It wasn't random at all. She said they took my luggage, and when I asked where it was, they said it was on the plane. It couldn't have been. I just pulled up. Sabotage. And Nicki is saying also that one of her managers she just fired. We didn't even know that she fired the manager. It's like it always seems to be like some sort of sabotage against her, you know, because people listen. I felt bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt bad when she started to explain that how this guy was booking jets and charging over 30 to $50,000 of her money. That's wrong. That is wrong. Like as a woman, people will constantly try to take advantage of you. You know what's so crazy though? Even as a woman, my mother is the one who taught me that when you go to these auto places, now living in Houston, I don't get my car fixed at like auto places. I find my own mechanic. But my mom is the one who put me on to when you go get your brakes done at like a auto, like at what was that place we used to go to, Mavis or whatever. She was like, they tried to tell me $600 to get my brakes. She said, I told them I had 300, take it or leave it. And guess what? Once you start telling them you don't got it, they start, oh, we can work this. We could do this. We could do. My mom is the one who put me on because her being a single mom with, you know, she had to learn how to be aggressive in this world against like men. And this man, whoever he was, booking jets or whatever for thousands of dollars above the amount so that he could make money off her name. That was foul. So Nicki said, I never gave them my bags. They're refusing to let me see my own bags. And furthermore, for anybody who feels like, why was Nicki recording? Why was she on Twitter or whatever? Listen, Nicki is a black woman. She's overseas. They're trying to detain her and take her away. Like she didn't know if she didn't know if they were going to kidnap her, do anything to her. So she had to have that footage for her record. That's why she did it. She didn't do it to be a bitch. But y'all motherfuckers are so much losers that y'all look at her because you're a loser. I seen like, ooh, I don't even want to go into it because I don't want to thrash nobody. People are miserable. They miserable in their own life. They see something in Nicki Minaj that they don't relate to because they're losers. You're a loser. I know people like that. You ever know like the popular person in school where it's like people just don't like them for no reason? I had a guy that I went to school with like that, and he was mad because, you know, I was a little chubby. He was chubby too, and I dressed flyer than him, and he gave me hell. Even when I started to do music in the community, like in the city, and I would see him at little events, he would always look like he had a problem, and I thought that shit was so funny because you don't even know me. You just basing it off of gear and like my whole approach. That shit is so weird to me. But people will see the star in you or the light in you and they won't like you and they'll make up whatever reason that it is. Like I was like, yo, I never forget in 12th grade, this girl, she said to this nigga like, yo, you peep what LeBron had on? And he was like, I've been watching that nigga Gare. And I was like, oh, you been watching my Gare? Noted. It let me know that I was a thing in your mind. And then years later, we had a damn showcase for artists, and this nigga outside with the stink face. Like, I'm like, oh, this nigga still feel away. We had to be out of school probably 5-6 years after that, too. You still feel away, always going to feel away. And I feel like that's what Nicki haters are. They never want to see the good in her. They get online, they try to make it seem like her fans are crazy. And, oh, like, you know, one thing I don't get with though, I don't believe in calling nobody mother but my mother. So yeah, y'all could call Nicki mother and all of that. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that at all. I remember when I was working at this nursing home, this old black lady, rest in peace to Miss Parker. She was so sweet. She looked me in my face and she said, everybody called me Ma. I got one mother. I ain't never called nobody Ma, none of that. I don't get into none of that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But let's move on. So Nicki said they're being paid big money to sabotage. Let me see how this look on the screen. I ain't even looking at the screen. Hold on. Let me move that over. Hold on. All right. So Nicki said that they're being paid big money to sabotage my tour because people are so mad at it is successful. And then they can't eat off of me. They got caught stealing money from my travel jets, got fired, got mad, etc. This is how they plant things in your luggage. I'm on the jet alone. They're trying to make me book another jet every time, all because I fired management who I found out for years who was adding 30 to 50K on my jets and pocketing it. Come on, that's foul. You want to know how much money? She needs to sue that person who was doing that. I fired a tour manager recently who was doing the same thing and mad he got the boot. Their goal is to make me late and to pocket 40K. That is foul. Ooh, that's so foul. It's like, why are these people so vicious like this? This is Amsterdam, by the way, where weed is legal. Nicki, I get that 100%, sweetheart. If the weed is going to be legal, but they was traveling and I guess that she had it in her bag. Accountability is don't have that weed with you. If y'all going to smoke it in Amsterdam, leave it in Amsterdam. Like, I don't know if the security guard was trying to travel with it, but he really put you at an inconvenience. So to me, it is legal there, but it's like, come on, y'all traveling. Don't do that. Like, just move on, get out the way, get to your shows. And it's like, You want to know what I want to say to that security guard, or even if it's Nicki applied, you weed smokers, right? Now I've been a year clean. Yes, I am clean off of the weed, but it's like y'all gotta have y'all weed everywhere, and y'all will inconvenience the next person just to have it. Y'all want to put it everywhere. You want to come into the restaurant smelling like weed. You want to do this, do that, right? And I know it might seem a little phony because I'm not that far separated from it, but I'm just happy that I don't go through that no more. Like, you got to find better things to do, but I mean, people are gonna do what they want to do, right? Whatever. So Nikki said, they're trying to keep me from Manchester. So, we seen that her show was canceled tonight. So she said, I'm still in my car. Hold on a second. She said, I'm still in my car. They took my luggage without my consent and lied and said that it's on the jet. But the thing about it is I do understand it's like those same things that apply to like United States, like our freedoms and things like that, where you have to have, probable cause. I don't think that applies over in the United Kingdom. Somebody do that research over there and see, how that pans out. But I don't think that may apply over there. And maybe they don't have to have consent to do that, So I want to read her statements, not any of the fan statements. And she said, this is why they're all going bankrupt now. I hate, what's so crazy, right? Say that this situation is just what it is, as far as like Nicki being high profile, her being over there, and them wanting to search her things because, just merely because she's a celebrity, right? I hate the fact that so many things can happen to Nicki. And it seems like, everything that happens is like a part of like a scheme, or like, say, for example, like, what if this just was a day where they searched her and they just wanted to, or it could be a lot of different, a culmination of things. But I hate that so many different things happen to her where it just feels like the walls are like coming in on her. So, yeah, I know she's never coming back there. She's going to come back there because it's a market there. She's booked there. So she's definitely going to come back, It's just unfortunate. So let's see. Let's move up. So let me see how this look on the screen. Let me cinch that in a little bit. Now they said they found weed and that another group of people have to come here to weigh the pre-rolls. Keep in mind, they took my bags without my consent. My security has already advised them the pre-rolls belong to him. So security, why did you bring these pre-rolls? Let me just tell you something. My friend is calling me. Let me send a text message. This is, to me, you may disagree. I'm open to other opinions from people, but I always think objectively. If you're traveling, so say she's going from Netherlands, Amsterdam, and she's going to Manchester, right? I don't know if weed is legal in Manchester. I don't know all of the rules outside of Amsterdam, Netherlands, or whatever, right? But my whole thing is, it's just like that security officer put you at risk then, what he put you at risk. What I'm really hoping is that maybe it was her weed, and that being that as big as she is, he just said that just to kind of like cover it up, right? I'm hoping that because I mean, not saying that his life is not as valuable, but she has to perform tonight. So if anybody's going to be held up, hopefully it would be him. And you know what I'm saying? I think the issue was I didn't look into it and see the update from the police or what the charges were or what she was fined for. They said she received a fine, but I think maybe their issue is that she was trying to fly or trying to move around with the pre-rolls from somewhere else. To me, right? I think that the security guard, he should, like, not saying that he should be fired, but you really slowed this down. If it was really him, you slowed this down because, listen, let me tell you something. Even when we be coming back from Vegas to Houston, rest in peace to my friend. I don't know how he would do it, but he would swindle pre-rolls from Vegas to Houston. I don't know how he did it on that airplane, but let me tell you something. I ain't never do that. I ain't gonna tell you how I boofed. I did boof some green one time. Let me tell you what I did. Oh my God, yo. Let me tell you what I did one time when I flew from New York back to Houston, right? So I'll just be a little, not really explicit, but I had ended up wearing like a jock strap that day, right? And when I went back home, my brother gave me some, this is back in my smoking days. He had some potency. Yo, I remember, so I kind of like stashed it in my jock. And then I remember when I went to the bathroom at the airport, I've completely, because you flying for 3 hours back from New York to to Houston. So I went to the bathroom. Why? As soon as I went to the bathroom and you know, you gotta like unravel, it fell right in the toilet. Do you know how mad I was? How mad I was. Man, I was pissed off. I was pissed off. You have to find a way to boof that. Listen, if you're gonna have some pre-rolls, you better put them in between your cheeks or something. You gotta find a way to boof it completely. You gotta do something with it. You gotta wear something, you know, maybe you're gonna wear some bikini briefs and stuff it in between the gooch or whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. But listen, oh man, my friend though, he would always stash his pre-rolls in his luggage. He said he would line it all around the luggage. I'm listen, let me just tell you something. Rest in peace to him. He went to Vegas 4 times and did this successfully. And every time that we used to be at his friend's Thanksgiving in like November, he will all come around to all of the guys there and give us these pre-rolls. I'd be like, oh shit, this is a premium experience. And I was like, how'd you get this? He's like, I took it from Vegas. He was like, I got like 10 of them. He would get them and he would bring them back. And so everybody at his friend's Thanksgiving, the guys, he would pass them their own pre-roll. I'm like, yo, you're bold. Me, I will boof something. I will boof a little greenery or whatever, but I'm too scared because what happens if I get caught up there and they tell me I can't fly there? And then what I'm going to do? Take the train from Vegas to nah. So listen, I just feel like whoever that security guard is, you played yourself. So Nicki also, you know, she retweeted that about the tour because we know she has a second leg of the tour coming up. Right. All that for something simple. And then why was Nicki arrested and not the security guard? Who knows? I don't know, to be honest with you. So let me see. How did that look on the screen? Let me push that over. Let me see. You've been telling all night long how you can wait to get it all night long. All right. So, and she said, and the people who weigh it ain't here. Told you it's all to make me late so they can write negative stories. Jealousy is a disease. Die slow. And then Nicki responded to this person. I don't want to read what they said. I'm just reading what they said. Nicki said, that was the pilot in the gray suit smiling from ear to ear, child. Now ask yourself, why would that be his role? And why was the plane nowhere to be found when I arrived? A setup. So Nicki said they didn't know I was planning for them just like they were planning for me. Me filming every single thing made them really mad. Yeah. And I feel like coming from the United States, we have those liberties where we feel like we can just do those things, right? So, you know, I'm happy that because my biggest fear is when Nicki was over there is I didn't want them to, you know, just try to like put her under arrest and try to keep her because that's the biggest, to me, that's the biggest fear of them trying to like hold her and keep her like overseas. And then what if that would have impacted more shows? So when they told her to stop recording, I was just like, put the camera down. But then there was a part of me that realized where I said, what? Yeah, replace it. So there was a part of me that said, she's doing this for her own protection. Let me tell you something. Imagine being a huge global icon like Nicki Minaj and you are overseas and you don't really understand, you know, what's going on and why you're being detained. And she's like, who's coming with me? I need a lawyer. She wants somebody. She's probably not used to being in the possession of other people. Like they could have did, you never know, like crazy stories that happen overseas. People be getting capital R worded. You never know what they could do, like mistreat her or whatever. So she probably was a little nervous about being in, you know, the vicinity of those strangers. And I could definitely understand that. So that's why I think she was recording. Because she's a celebrity, that's why she got arrested instead of the security. Plus, they were targeting her. Exactly. What are you talking about? See, that's why I stopped taking these phone calls. Too much. I be having to shut down from family too. You send too many text messages, I'm going to get to a point where I'm not going to respond. Like, stop it. So listen, her plane was scheduled 2 hours ago to leave. Where's that shit at? Hold on a second. Oh, let's keep scrolling. Ask yourself, Nicki said, Shit. Let me see how that looks. Why is it still up there? The hell down. All right. So Nicki said, ask yourself what it takes 2 hours if they search everything already. So it's a 45-minute to an hour flight. So they're probably just trying to stall for about 4 hours. Scroll. Now they said I have to go 5 minutes away to make a statement about my security to the police, to the precinct. So that was pretty much it. That was as far as like the updates from Nicki. Let's go over here to the blogs and see what they're talking about. So, you know, they're already talking about the cancellation. Oh no, Nicki Minaj Gag City, Manchester is officially canceled and will be rescheduled. So we just pulled that video up. So that's that. Let's look at all of those people there. They said she sold out the house with 23,000, not 12,000, not 10,000, and not no $20 tickets to you Megan Thee Stallion fans who was rejoicing online. Yo, that shit is so weird to me. So it's canceled, but it's really postponed. So she has a second show coming up there too. So yeah. So people are just saying, update, Nicki Minaj has been released from custody. We have just released a 41-year-old American woman who has arrested this afternoon at Schiphol on suspicion of exporting soft drugs. After consultation with the public prosecution service, the suspect has been fined and can continue on her journey. So what happened to the security? Yeah. So that was that with Nicki. Anything else? And then people are clocking Saucy Santana. He's trying to be funny. I'm going to reserve my comment on any bloggers, especially if they report negative on Nicki, because you already know what it is. Tammy Roman, she said supportive of Nicki. Arresting Nicki Minaj in Amsterdam for weed where it's legal is insane, but they messed up because she was filming the entire time. So we know you took her luggage from her possession upon arrival and wouldn't give it back. Feels a little setup-ish to me. I hate Jerome Trammell, ugly ass. He always saying something. He always in the mix of Nicki. Like, I hate him. Well, let me not say that because I don't know him. I don't like him. He's always in the news. He's another unfavorable looking black man who's always making comments about Nicki, bigging up Cardi. Weirdo. I don't respect none of you weirdos. Just like I was on this app last night and I'm talking to this guy and I was like, oh, he was in Columbia, South Carolina. And I'm like, oh, Nicki about to come there to do a show. He's like, oh, I'm not really there. I'm here for the talent, or, you know, I like talented people, but then you bigging up Cardi B. So it's like, how the hell you telling me anything about talent? You're just a hater. You're a loser and you don't like anybody who's a winner. There's something inside of, and it's like, let me tell you something. I said this years ago. I'm so mad I messed my phone up too. Oh. And it's cracked a little bit in the front. So, you know, they might try to say that's a full loss. It's a little cracked in the front. I got Apple Pay though. I have Apple Plus, but I don't use no case on my phone. How many of y'all don't use cases on your phones? I don't like cases. I feel like you pay $1,000 for this phone and you use a case and you don't really get the full benefit out of it. I'm not putting no case on my phone. I got the Apple Care and it's just gonna do what it do. So so that was Tammy being supportive of Nicki and the whole ordeal.
It's 5 minutes.
What's the address of the police precinct?
And you see, Nicki is asking them what's the address of the police precinct because she wants us to know where she's going to be at, right?
When you will catch your next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help. But
you're talking about my show?
Yes.
What about it?
Yeah, we talked
that they will help to try to get you there.
And Nicki is wondering, why are you even bringing my show up at all? Like, people don't understand. They're slow. They have a 5th grade learning level, comprehension level. They don't get it.
Help to try to get me to my show. How?
To do it as soon as possible. But
what am I doing? What am I doing? I never gave anyone. So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But yes. Under arrest for what?
Okay. Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what? Okay. Do you know what happened when I came here?
You have to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming? It's just step in the car first.
No, I need a lawyer, but because I don't know where I'm going.
You will get a lawyer?
at the office. You can contact the lawyer, but you just go to the police station.
What address is that?
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah, so Nikki is asking for the address and all of that because she wants to know where y'all bringing me. Like, you know, you're not just going to put me in a car and just zoom me off, and I don't know where the hell I'm going. So fans were outside also of the police precinct in Amsterdam. So yeah, you know, maybe she wanted people to know where she was in case that they were on some funny business. Because you never like you just I think sometimes you ever heard about people being pulled over by the police and it be fake police and all of that. You just don't really understand what's going on. So I think Nikki did this in an attempt to safeguard herself. What if she never recorded any of this and they just would have handled her any type of way? Like, no, I feel like certain people use their platforms for they misused their platforms, but I think Nikki tried to use it in a way to where it protected her. So I don't have any issues against that at all with Nikki protecting herself and trying to, like, you know, show what's going on. Let's go over here. See if they updated anything with Nikki. Nikki's show has been postponed after Dutch authorities detained the rapper over pot in a bag. Yeah, and it's like, you evil, vicious people. Y'all would have loved it to be a different substance. Y'all would have loved it. But my own personal message to Nikki, you only got 15 shows over there, baby. Y'all gonna have to security. He gonna have to put the blunt down for 15 days. I understand people have their things they love, their vices and all of that. But, you know, I don't want to talk crazy to you weed smokers because I understand. Trust me. Let me tell you something. I had it bad. I had it worse than Usher. I remember when I woke up for work in the morning, I needed one. Whether it was before I left the house or on the way to work and have enough time to air out, put my nice little lotions on and my cologne so I don't smell like nothing, right? Then I would go on lunch break, needed one on lunch break. After I got off work on the way home, I had something in the car waiting for me. I was doing too much. So trust me, I get it. I'm just happy that I'm released and I don't have to, like, I don't need that anymore. But people, like, when you overseas, this is Nicki Minaj, like, to the security guard. It's like, you can't be doing things to get her caught up in, you know, no craziness. Nikki paid a fine for the whole thing. Maybe she went there and she took the rep for all of it, being that it was, listen, I don't know. Was the weed found in her bag? And they're showing free Nikki trends on Twitter. And we've seen that support from Tammy Roman. Some barbs are already at Co-op Live in Manchester, England, waiting for tonight's sold-out show where we can hear everyone shouting. Free Nicki! Free Nicki! Free Nicki! Free Nicki! Free Nicki! Yup, so that's that. Nicki Minaj on stage tonight. Let me move past that because I don't know if that's any. All I know is Nicki first day out freestyle going to be sickening. Yeah, crazy. Oh no, her mugshot gonna eat though. Oh my God, I hate for Nicki Minaj. I hate that for Nicki Minaj, but this might be the wake up call she needs. No one is trying to sabotage you, and two security had possession of weed needs to be fired immediately. I do understand that, right? Because I feel like there's accountability in everything. I do strongly. I feel like there's accountability in everything. You are Nicki Minaj. So this is what I'm saying. We don't know the full extent of, you know, what happened. Was it the security officer's bags or whatever? We just don't know. She paid the fine. It's released now. People are going to do nothing but spin this story and put their own little spin on it. You know, people was trying to say that it was some other type of substances people did. I don't know why people do that. Can I ask y'all that in the comments? Let me know right now. Why do you think that people want to see the worst in Nicki Minaj when it comes to her? Why do you think that they post the worst things about her? It's like she got, you know, when they said that it was some sort of soft drugs, they tried to make it seem like, oh, she must have had, like, you know, some powder, or she must have had some pills, or whatever the case may be. Why is it that they want to see that in her? I just don't get it. I don't understand. They hate her, it's obvious. Also, please make sure that you thumbs up the videos. 214 people here. Thumbs up the video. Please make sure that you send some love through Cash App. The Cash App is on the screen. $ Potent Pondering. Hold on. Let me do that again. Yes, the Cash App is $potent pondering. So yes, I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure that you also check out I did a story time on my page about my coworker who I had to press her to get my money back for a project that I paid her for that she did not deliver on. Make sure you click around my channel and look up my most recent video upload on that story time. Cause yeah, like she tried to really play me and like throw me for a loop. So I had to, I had to cover that. So yeah, let's see. What else are y'all talking about? She said something about firing 2 persons from her team because they were pocketing $40,000 to $50,000 a year. Sharon, I see your comment, but that's not really relevant now. Like in regards to now she didn't get picked up for having perks or anything like that. She didn't get picked up for that. And Megan Thee Stallion was exposed by a prior boyfriend saying that she was doing perks too. But it's just like people are so concerned about Nicki. Let me just bring this down. People are so concerned about Nicki because she's the biggest. She's been winning for so long. No other female rapper has ever won for that long. And then it's like, to be honest with you, you know why I think it is that people don't like Nicki is because she's cocky too. She's cocky as hell because when you are the vessel of that being who brings forth all that greatness, a lot of people are cocky. Beyonce get cocky in her records too. It's just that Nicki, she's a rapper, so it comes across a certain type of way. She knows her worth. She knows her value. So for the person who is the average loser inside, not saying that you're a loser, Sharon, but to the person that's the average loser inside, as soon as she makes the smallest mistake, they love it. They glean on it, and they they really try to like go in on her about it. Shout out to Riley. Thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate you. Yeah. Also, Samara, thank you so much. Yeah. So people they get off on that. They get off on trying to tear Nicki down. They get off on it because it's something, I don't know what it is. It's been studied. It's this one person who I thought was cool. And I notice every time when something happens with Nicki online, they have something negative to say about her. And I just don't understand. Like even this Megan Thee Stallion fan that like I follow him outside of like female rap conversation. He does music too. And then today I seen him making jokes about Nicki getting arrested. And then he's like, oh, Megan is on a sold out tour. Sweetheart, Megan is selling tickets for $20. Sweetheart, Megan is not also filling up venues with 20,000 people. The venue is roped off. There's several empty seats. You can't compare to Nicki. And imagine Nicki being the chick that she is, selling tickets for $20. I think she probably did that in MySpace days. Nicki ain't never selling no ticket for $20. And if a ticket is on a resale site, resale is typically they want to make more money. If a ticket is on a resale site, that means that and the price is low. That means that what? Let me tell you something. I got my ticket for $500 for a floor seat for Nicki, right? My friend ended up going to the show. His friend wanted to go the day of. So I sold my ticket to her, the 500 ticket. And I said, I'm just going to get me a suite ticket. Even the day of for the suite ticket, I still paid probably close to $400 for it. It's in demand. Nicki is in demand. People want to see it. They want to pay for it. Like it's a difference. It's a big difference. So people got to know what they're talking about. But see, Megan is so lower level that once she got that hit with his, people just want to see the best in. They want to see the best in her, and they want to think that she's on some level, this imaginary level above. She's not. She's not. And it's going to take a long time for her to even get to that level, even if she ever gets it. Her biggest hits are with other people. She don't really have no hit like that on her own. So what? What? And I get it. And it's also you. Let me just tell you something too. It's so many different things that people try to pit against Nicki. Let me tell you this too. Even though she's a black woman for real, we could see that her mother is black, even though that she was born in Trinidad or whatever, right? Then it's a little bit of xenophobia that applies to that too. Because then they try to be like, oh, Megan's American. Oh, you know, whatever the case may be. She's still not better than Nicki. She's not. So what? And what? 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 It's like they try to tact it like when it's like they move the goalpost. Then they try to, and so you know what's so crazy? I don't even believe like when they tried to use this against Nicki back in the day when they was just like, you know, No, not back in the day, as of recent. Remember when she beefed with Megan, and then the fans would try to turn the conversation this way? They'd be like, she's colorist. But if you look at the girl, and this, she didn't even have to try to create this like on some Cardi shit when Cardi was called out for calling black women roaches, when then she tried to affiliate and do songs with dark-skinned black women and stuff like that. They didn't have to force her. They didn't have to force Nicki to do that. When Nicki debuted in this game, all of her friends are chocolate girls. All of them. All of them. I don't see Nicki, to be honest with you, her friend Viola, her friend Candy, all of them, they all was chocolate girls. So that doesn't seem like a person to me that is colorist. But y'all hate a person who wins so much that you want to see the worst in them. And what you don't really realize is that what you're projecting is that you're a loser. You're a loser. You're a loser. And what it is when it comes to a Nicki Minaj is that people feel like Nicki is so great that they can't fit in with that because they see some sort of deficit in their life. It's a deficit. It's a deficit that they fighting against. So, yeah. Hold on a second. Somebody just sent me something. Thank you, Shantae. Yes, please make sure that you support the channel. I appreciate y'all. People send me cash apps when I'm not even online. $ Potent Pondering. I appreciate all of y'all who support my channel. Thank you. And I respond to all of my messages. I do. Let me tell you something. When people just send stuff, like when people send you love, like I think it's important to respond back to each and every person. Like, you know, I'm gonna just say this. Recently, I was on on a channel and I had sent a cash app and I just felt like, I'm like, damn, like I sent it because I've been following this person for a while, but it's like, I didn't even get a thank you or anything like that. So it might seem corny to you, but to me, I appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you. Like, yeah, that's the least that, you know, that you could do. Well, my brother keeps texting me. All right. So, all right. Let's see. Carly was calling black girl roaches. Nicki is that girl. That's why they stay mad. It's called bitterness. Exactly. Thank you, Riley. Also, make sure that you support and check out Riley's channel as well. How is Nicki colors when Cardi literally marked a dead black baby, calling them a monkey? That's what I'm saying. But let me tell you something. Cardi is people don't love a person who's been winning, right? They don't love a person who's been winning. It would take, I never forget that Foxy Brown said this years ago. She said, I probably, you know, back when and it kind of like broke my heart when she said it in one of the songs that she got. It's called, what is that song called? The Rap's Bible. It's like, you know, back when she was coming up with like Little Kim, and she was just saying in her lyrics, like, yes, I'm hated. And will I go down in history as one of the most underestimated? And what did she say? I probably have to die before they realize I was the best rapper. I don't think that would have to happen. People know where Nicki stands at, but it's like, I feel like she's so good that people tune away from it, like where they try to make it seem like they want to see another, they want to see somebody else win. Now, I will tell you this. I'm happy for all of the success of a person like a Sexy Red, right? I'm happy for what she do, but when I was listening to her project yesterday, she had a few songs. See, when I listen to something, I try to realize who is the target audience for this music. And I'm just like, I could see the hood rats loving this music. I could see them enjoying this and getting off to it. That music doesn't stimulate my mind enough. It's not flowy enough. The wordplay is not good enough. So it's not going to reach a peak with me at all. Like, but I'm happy for Sexy Red. And my argument always goes back to, if we watch the industry push up Cardi B, anybody should be able to win as a black woman. They pushed that girl along and they pushed her along. That's what they did. So I ain't mad at Sexy Red. The music is just really not for me. Even though she got that song with Drake, and I feel like it has a little catch to it. Babe, I love you. You're my everything. Let's be honest. The singing is stupid. The singing is stupid. It's stupid. Babe, I love you. But you know what's organic and real about it is that she's not singing and she still did that on the song, right? It's just not really appetizing to me, like the song, but I understand where she was going. Then it's like the song didn't really sound cleaned up until Drake started rapping. It's like then it got like some flow and some like, you know, some sort of consistency. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still happy at Sexy Red. That's just I'm still happy for Sexy Red. That's just my critique of her. Let's see. She tried singing at Rolling Loud. It was terrible. Baby, I love you. You're my everything. You're my nothing. It's like, come on. I like her song Over, though. That mixtape is terrible. She let Boosie down. Why did the police apologize? Let's see if there's been any more updates on that matter. Please make sure that you thumbs up this video. I am about to end this live. It's almost 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. So I need to get ready for the gym. Let's see if there's anything else updated. Picture me giving bitches slack. Picture pretending I get all these bitches piggyback. Picture using me in the bars and never giving back. Soon as I thought they seen the light, I turned the picture black. Ain't at the mall, but between me and them, it's a gap. Picture saying that you the queen and knowing it's a fact. Picture my hair giving wet and wavy strawberry dad. Yo, matter of fact, let me take that back before they steal that. Picture me opening the vault, bitch, I seal that. Picture them, this is hitting like the bitches feel that. Picture me telling bitches catch it out of feel that. Picture me not telling my little niggas drill that. Picture you ending up under the sea with a dread at. Picture not listening when I said you would dread that. I mean, Lotto, use a chop hole. So Pink Friday 2 has skyrocketed into the top 5 hip-hop albums chart on iTunes and has officially entered the top 100 of all overall album artists. Barb's, this is all that matters. We need to block out the haters and support Nicki. Great job. Keep going till it's number 1. Well, you screenshotting this and it still says buy it, so why don't say paid? Eerie. See, I'll be looking at stuff like that. When a person screenshot, that means you didn't buy it. You buy it and then tell me to buy it. Don't be telling me to do something you ain't do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So listen. I believe she got €350 fine at the police station. What is €350 equivalent to? Oh, and then, you know, press galore. You see all these newspaper articles, press galore. Let's go up here. Nicki Minaj arrested in Netherlands airport. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see it. Let me bring that. Let me go back. Press galore. Nicki Minaj's latest co-op live updates get canceled. Nicki Minaj arrested in Netherlands airport hours after co-op show. Nicki Minaj released after apparent arrest in Netherlands. Nicki Minaj concert in Manchester postponed after her arrest in Amsterdam. Nicki Minaj released after arrest in Netherlands, alleged possession. Look, news galore. Press, all this press. That's crazy. Furious, look how they try to say this. Furious Nicki Minaj fans raging and betrayed after co-op live gig canceled. Why are they trying to pump that? Don't pump that. Furious Nicki Minaj fans hit out after being Furious Nicki Minaj fans hit out after being told that the pop star gig won't be going ahead over 2 hours after they were let into the venue. Thousands of people left disappointed Saturday night after the concert in Co-op Live Arena was canceled just after 9:30 p.m. It came after the 41-year-old star was arrested in Amsterdam after she made her way to Manchester just hours ahead of the gig she was meant to start. Dutch police said that the singer, the singer was arrested after allegedly trying to take Soft from the Schiphol airport to another country. She was released and fined, they said in a further statement issued just around 8:45. Fans were left waiting inside of Co-op Live, however, with confirmation. Hold on. With confirmation of whether the gig would go ahead live would go ahead or not until 9:35. After being told that they had to leave, many hit out with cancellation. We sat here for hours and now we've been asked to leave, one fan said. Everyone is raging, another one added. Two others, Lucy and Hannah, said that they're really frustrated by everything that has happened. They must have known hours ago that this is so disappointing, said Anna. These are scenes outside of Co-op Lives as Nicki Minaj flood out the arena. Nicki Minaj concert. She ain't seem mad to me. Olivia Gibson traveled from Newcastle for the gig. She said that she has been a fan since she was young, and she thinks the reason behind tonight's cancellation is disgusting. I feel betrayed, as Olivia said. I've handed my Barb notice in. Who cares, Olivia? Stick that stuff, yo. Frankie Harper, 20, from Andover, Hampshire, said, I'm distraught to say the least. I'm definitely hurts more, and it was on my birthday. Not sure what happens with the hundreds you spent on the train and hotel. Nordhyra 23, who lives in Barnsley, traveled an hour to attend the concert and said that he had felt before that the postponement that his time was being wasted inside the arena. So why you show up if you feel like it was wasted? He added that his friend had traveled 4 hours from Icebridge to get to the gig and that he had been wasting since 1 p.m. in the arena. I'm pissed. I'm not going to lie. They have taken this long to tell us. I can't front. I probably would have been mad too. Shit, I was mad when Nicki took 30 minutes to come back in Houston, and then she got on stage adjusting her clothes and stuff like that. And I'm like, you went on a 30-minute lunch break while we waited out here. Anyway, so I can understand that they feel the way that they feel. And look, we are gonna just have some sympathy for them. Two other fans said it is what it is. It's frustrating, but it can't be helped. We're going out and we're going to make the most of it. After being told that the gig was no longer ahead, a notice was handed out to fans in the venue, which read, we regret to inform you for unseen circumstances. Today's event could not come on, y'all. Please check your social channels over the next few days for further information, including any rescheduled dates and refunds. A statement from Live Nation, the tour promoter of the show, said Nicki Minaj's scheduled performance at the Manchester's Co-op Live on Saturday, May 25th has been postponed. Tickets will remain valid as rescheduled performance, which will be announced as soon as possible. Despite Nicki's effort to explore every possible avenue to make tonight's show happen, the events of tonight the events of today made it impossible. We are deeply disappointed by the inconvenience this has caused. More information will be available at your point of purchase. So I could imagine a lot of people are mad. They went out there with their ensemble and they're just mad. I understand, though. The drama started after Nicki Minaj put a series of social media posts on X from around 3 p.m. on Saturday saying that they're trying to keep me in Manchester. She said that her luggage had been taken from the airport while traveling to Amsterdam to attend a gig. Damn, it was a lot of people there. Can you dig it? We can dig it. I can dig it. You can dig it. You can dig it. And another post on X, the star proclaimed, listen, we ain't reading all that. I ain't going through all that. Nicki is a superstar and a boss. She do whatever she wants to. Exactly. Why be upset is something even Nicki couldn't control. People are so entitled. Now they think putting these headlines going to stop some. Right. Exactly. So listen, guys, ladies and gents, I need to get up out of here. This is your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. I am going to I need to upload this video that they blocked for the Jaguar Wright situation. I just took it out of my video. But yeah. Can you dig it? We can dig it. All right. So listen, this is your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. I'm up out of here. You be safe. You be blessed. And yeah, look out for my video. Make sure you check out my story time that I uploaded on my channel as well. Click around after this video. And I'm going to do a video, or maybe I'll go live later. I want to go to Old Navy because I want to get the black version of this shirt. Yeah, I got some nice stuff yesterday, but yeah, maybe I'll do that later. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.